Today we're going to have a look at the Archer 2A version 3 by Thrunite. Before we do so, we're going to actually turn it on what they call Firefly mode. It's really light, you can see, and we're going to put it through a little test. So now the next morning, we let it sit in the freezer all night. There it is. You can see it's still on. And as you can see, it's starting to melt now. So I took it out a little bit ago, but it's in a solid block of ice. Just got home from work and she's all thawed out here. You can see the light is still on. Now this is in the Firefly mode, which will last 28 days. It's been about 19 hours, so really not a true test of that. We'd have to leave it on for 28 days to see how it does. But it obviously still works. It's been frozen and thawed.
We're outside. It's about 10 o'clock in the evening. We're using the iPhone. It is really foggy out here, so this is not a real excellent representation of this light. But we got on the Firefly mode, and here I am, excuse me, looking in the grass. I really can't see. I can see, with the naked eye, I can see fairly decent amount, but on the camera it's not picking up. You can kind of see a hint of it there. And then next we're going to go to the low. There we go. And actually it's not really picking that up very well either. There it is. But I can actually see pretty good distance. And we'll show you the medium. Here's the medium. You can't really see my shed in this shot. I can see it, but you can't. But here's the high, and there's the shed. I can see the shed clear as day with the naked eye. So a lot of these reviews are kind of difficult with the camera. Plus it is foggy, but with the naked eye I can see the shed easily. I can see everything around it. There's actually trees. I can see all those, which you kind of see. And there's a swing set that you cannot see on camera, but I can see. And that's about 180 feet away. There's the neighbor's shed. So not too bad. And again, it's pretty foggy out here.
In that video, I went through all the modes. To actually turn it on, you've got this rubber button back here, and it does come with a replacement. So you click it on once, that turns it on. Now we're in what they call the Firefly mode. Then we go to low, medium, and of course high, which is the 500 lumens. You also have a strobe mode, so turn the light on, and whatever mode you've got it on, it will automatically go to the 500 lumens strobe. And what I'm doing is I'm pressing this button here, which press it once, it turns it off, hold it down, and that's what turns the strobe on. Speaking of the modes, we'll go over all the actual specs. So the Firefly, which is what we use to freeze, that's 0.2 lumens at 28 days. So quite a long time. And then you've got low, which is 17 lumens at 4 days. I probably should have frozen it with that setting just to test it out. Then you've got medium, which is at 75 for 11 hours. And of course you got the 500, which is 96 minutes. Now, I did mention the strobe's at 500. That'll do 140 minutes on the strobe. And included with the light, you obviously get the light itself, and you get a small package which has an extra button, it has a lanyard loop there, and it has 2 O-rings that you can replace. So if you start losing some of your waterproofing or what have you, there's an actual O-ring in here, right there. Now the light does not include batteries, but it just takes 2 AA's, no big deal. Go ahead and slide them in there. Put your cap on. And we're ready to start rocking. And speaking of more specs, you've got the actual distance, which is 108 meters. You got the intensity, which is 2,912. Impact resistant up to 1 meter. And then you also have IPX8 waterproof. It weighs in at 48 grams. Dimensions are 155 millimeter by 22 millimeter. And a quick look at the light itself. Obviously, I've already gone over the button where you turn it on and off. It's a nice rubber button. And this is your intensity button or your strobe. You unscrew the cap to back here to actually put your batteries in. And it's got some nice knurling right here. And then the back. Of course, you've got your light up front. And then you actually have a pocket clip. Now I like the pocket clip a lot because I put it up here, but it actually will go down here. This is how it came to me, was down here. I don't know if it was that way or not, but you can turn it that way So you can have it sticking out of your pocket that much, just pull it out. Or you could have just stuck this way and have the head sticking out. Or you can have it up here. So a lot of different options. You could probably even put it right here if you wanted, but it would slide down. Overall, I really like this light. I love the size of it. It's kind of perfect. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's definitely going to go in my work bag. The intensity for 500 lumens is fine for my work bag. It's more than enough. In fact, medium's probably enough for what I do on a daily basis. I do have lights that have more, but I don't really need those for work. I use those for camping and other things like that. If you are interested in purchasing the Thrunite A2, be sure to check out the links below. I will have an Amazon link. That's one thing I didn't mention. This is a great price point for this light. Again, check those links out. I'll also have a manufacturer's link, which will give you all the specs that I've kind of went over. If you do have any questions or comments, please post those below. Subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.